Hello and welcome to the drive on Destinta Drive. My name's Dion, and today is Wednesday, the 7th of November, and the elections are over, and I'm glad because that's one less thing we have to be blitzed by in the media. I am happy with the results. That's not to say who I voted for, that's just saying I'm happy with the results. I think there's some wonderful things that have come through with this election. I think it's absolutely fabulous that the state of Wisconsin has their first openly gay, I want to say senator. Yes, senator. And I actually have met Tammy Baldwin, and she's a really nice lady. We went to Washington, D.C. a few years ago, and she and her staff made us welcome in Washington, D.C., and made sure that we were able to be part of seeing the things that happened when we went to visit. She got us tickets to visit the White House and to visit the House of Representatives, because at the time she was a representative for the state of Wisconsin. But even before that, we had tentative plans on going to Washington at another time, right around Jonathan's 5th birthday, and we called and asked if we could get, White House tour tickets, and she was wanting to oblige us, but she wasn't able to just based on the short time frame. But she did offer to get us tickets to a very special inaugural concert for children, which would have had us, seeing the Jonas Brothers and Miley Cyrus, basically the Disney Channel crew, and Disney Channel actually, broadcast that. We opted not to go to Washington that time, but we did go to Disneyland instead. And speaking of Disneyland and elections, I'm going to put a link in the Glovebox to an old, gotta be 1970s, get out and vote PSA that starred Donald Duck. It just made me laugh on so many levels, because here's Donald Duck driving around, and this is the costumed character at the park, driving around in a little VW Herbie love bug car, and he gets out, and you can see it was really good and funny, and I really appreciated that at some point in time Disney did something that was just for sheer goodness, and that's what it was. It was just goodness. It was fun. It was funny. I got a good couple of laughs out of it, so I'll put a link down in the glove box. And there's some other interesting things that happened with the election. There are states in the union that will now allow people to have recreational marijuana. Now, that's not something that really affects me, but it's very fascinating that there are people out there who are tired of the way that illegal substance is distributed, and have gotten up and said, hey, you know what, that's not okay anymore. So it's very possible that somebody could grow their own now, and they're not having to deal with the shady drug dealer and his source, wherever that may come from, and all the bad things that come from having a shady source of your choice of recreational drug. I'm glad that part of things may become alleviated. So that's a good thing, I think, to take away that. I mean, I personally feel that marijuana is no more destructive, in fact, I would say even less so destructive than alcohol. And I'm not saying it's not addictive. I'm not saying that it's something that people should do around their kids. What I'm saying is that you don't hear about people drunk pot smoking. You hear about drunk drivers, or driving under the influence of marijuana. You hear about people driving under the influence of alcohol. And I think that, this may cause that to become a more real thing. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, today I'm actually going to stop at the Madison Airport. I'm doing a favor for a friend, so I'm actually going to kind of divert from my normal path. If you have been watching and you kind of know what my path is, you'll see that I don't make my normal turn in just a few moments. And it's nice to be able to be a person who a friend can call upon and say, hey, I need some help with something, and it's something that you deal with. And in this case, it's kind of something I deal with and kind of something I don't. A friend of mine's having some problems with her driver's license. I don't deal with driver's licenses, but I do go to the DMV every day, and she just needs something dropped off. And it's nice that she called me and was wanting to have help, and that although it wasn't something I could directly help her with, I could definitely help her in maybe facilitating the process getting taken care of. So there you go. That's today's daily drive. It wasn't about much, but it was something. And I would like to throw out a plug for one of my coworkers. He told me about his blog that he writes. It's called Political Heat. And I took a look real quickly at it today, and it was really interesting to read the quick tidbits that I did read. And it was just like, hey, yeah, this guy's pretty on the ball. He knows what his stuff is, and it was good. So if you have the druthers and are of the Democratic persuasion, you may find it to be an interesting read as well. So give my new coworker Chris Walker a read, and that's Political Heat. You can just type that in, and it'll come right up. It's a Blogspot account, so there you go. Have a great day. Don't forget to follow where you know to follow. Destinta Drive, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And then also take a look at, right here on YouTube. All I can do is ask, right? Anyway, have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.